and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ria, wedding designer and stylist from Confetti Sweethearts, and I love helping couples like you have fun while you plan your day. I have got a fun topic because we are chatting all about what to name your wedding tables. So this is becoming increasingly popular. This is something couples are choosing more with their stationery over just numbers. So basically it's a great place to add that personal touch. You know, you can add your personality in there, you can add some meaning, and you know, you can connect it to your love story. So it's a fantastic place to add in a little bit of fun, and it really actually gets your guests talking. It's a great conversation starter because obviously they are going to want to know why you have named the tables what you have. First idea is film titles. This is my absolute favourite because this is what we chose for our wedding. We actually met at the cinema, so it tied in really nicely with our love story. So we just chose some favourite rom-coms of ours that we wanted to name our tables with, so that we really enjoyed. So it meant something to us. So you might be really into Christmas films, you might absolutely love comedies, you might like a rom-com like me. You could just pick random films that you really love together, or obviously you could pick like a genre and stick with that theme throughout. So it really is a personal preference. The one thing I would say with this is just remember the length of the title. Like with anything, if you've got a really long title, then that means the actual text is going to be made a lot smaller. So obviously you might have to go up a size with your table cards or whatever you're having to display the table names, and this might help you determine what you choose as well. So the second idea is that you could name your tables after destinations. So you may be a couple that really loves traveling. Like traveling is your thing and you've been to lots of different places, and you know, this would really help tell your love story because it could be all the places that you've visited together that were really memorable and that really stuck out. It could be countries you visited abroad. It could be that you love a city break at the weekend and you want to use city names. It could be that you really enjoy walking in the Lake District and you want to name all your tables after lakes, or it could be woodlands. So, you know, really get thinking about what it is that you enjoy doing together and how you could incorporate that. So it could even be like a restaurant or a cafe. Like it could be places you like to eat. Destinations doesn't just have to be different countries or like locations. It could be places you enjoy going, like a local park, or it could be, like I say, a favourite cafe or somewhere like that. So it has some meaning behind it. It could even be places you are going to visit on your honeymoon. This would be a great conversation starter because obviously some of your guests might have already been there, therefore they can give you some advice on where to go and visit in that area. So again, it's creating a great conversation starter. So the third idea is to name your tables after things to do with nature. So again, this is becoming increasingly popular because of eco-friendly weddings and sustainability, so it kind of like ties in with that kind of vibe. So some ideas for this: you could name your tables after trees, flowers or plants that you really like. If you've only got 4 tables, you might decide to name them after the 4 seasons. You might be an animal lover, therefore you would quite like to name your tables after woodland creatures or woodland animals. Or you might love a bit of bird watching, therefore you might want to name your tables after birds. So just get thinking outside the box as to what you love about nature and what you could name your tables after. You might really love butterflies, therefore you might want to name your tables after butterflies. So many ideas here you could use. You just need to get your thinking cap on and get the creative juices flowing. So the fourth idea for naming your tables is to use your hobbies and your interests to help you name them. So basically it could be an interest or a hobby that you both have together. You know, it could be something that you do at the weekend together. It could be that you go to the beach at the weekend and you always have an ice cream, therefore you might want to use the flavours of the ice cream to help you name all the tables. So it could be that you really enjoy going for cocktails with your friends and you want to use the cocktail names to name the tables. It could be that you really enjoy baking together and you want to name your tables after biscuits or after cakes. Or it might be that you're really sporty and you might want to include something to do with that. So you see, it's all about tapping into what you do at the weekend, what you enjoy doing together, and just incorporating that somehow. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be the simplest things, and you can turn it into something meaningful for your guests to chat about. So the fifth idea for naming your tables is to use dates. So basically you could think of all the significant dates that things have happened as you've been together that means something that you could use to name your tables. So it could be when you first met, it could be your first date, it could be your first kiss, it could be when you said you loved each other, it could be when you got the keys to your first house, and it could be like your first holiday together. So you could have a collection of dates that could help you name all your tables, and it would be a really nice idea underneath the date to actually write a little bit of what the date means. This will really add some meaning into your day because your guests are obviously going to read this and it's helping them build a picture, and they're actually more likely to mingle with the other guests, to go and see what those other table names are, so that they can get to know you a little bit better by reading what you have put about the date and why it's significant to you. So it helps build a picture of your love story of being together. Lots of couples have decided to do this because I've done lots of stationery orders for table numbers with dates on, and I think it is really, really nice and really special, and just adds that extra meaning that sometimes you really need to inject into the design. So there you are, we've already got through those 5 ideas really quickly. I hope you enjoyed them and it helped you get the creative juices flowing. Let me know if you have decided to use one of these ideas. I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you have enjoyed today's video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel so that you're notified of any new videos when they go live. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.